What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 7 of my LA Kings franchise mode series. Unfortunately, we're still looking for our first Stanley Cup. We did not win it last year. I'm actually blanking on who did. It was the San Jose Sharks, who I think actually took us out in the first round of the playoffs after we won the President's Trophy for the second straight year. So the team, for whatever reason, just isn't getting it done in the playoffs. We're stacked throughout, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I'll give you guys a quick look at the team here. Definitely gonna have to make one change though before the season starts, and that's to trade a forward for a defenseman. You can see here we got Rossi playing the first line with Turcotte and Savoy. Raymond there with Crosby and Matthews getting a +3. Lang there, who he signs an RFA, playing with Paulson and Velarde, also getting a +3. And then we have Thomas playing with Bedard and Martikanen on the fourth line. So basically Bedard is too good to be playing on the fourth line, way too good. So we're gonna have to trade one of these top 9 forwards. They're all also too good to be playing on the fourth line. And I'm thinking we get a defenseman back because Chychrun and Ekman-Larsson's a nasty top pair. And we got Byram, Lambos. Lambos we could get an upgrade on. Clegg and Altschul on the bomb pair is also not too bad, but definitely could upgrade it. Right now, I'm thinking the odd man out is probably Sidney Crosby, just because looking at their ages here, you can see, aside from Matthews, I think everyone's under 25, or Velarde is the next oldest at 26. So definitely a young, team here we can build around for the next 4 years. Doesn't really need much work aside from just hopefully they grow and play well. Crosby, even though he is 90 overall, 38 years old, doesn't have the most value, but I think if we add something, we should be able to get a decent defenseman back. Then you can see there you have a Askarov starting still, Bishop backing him up. I feel like that should be fine for the goaltending. So we'll see what's out there for a trade. Hopefully, I think a right-handed defenseman would actually work out better. Alright guys, so right now I'm trying to get Will Butcher from the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for Sidney Crosby. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but Will Butcher's not too bad. 30 years old there, 85 overall, only 1 year left as well, which is what I really want, just in case we need the salary. Crosby, obviously a much better player at 90 overall, but due to his age with him being 38 years old, he's actually got less value than Butcher. So you have to add Kavanagh here, who they actually want, 1955 low top 6, really isn't the best. We got him in the 6th round, and then Detroit's 3rd round pick here. Should make it pretty equal, the value looks good. See what the Buffalo Sabres say. Trades accepted, we're calling up Kopitar. Hopefully that's a good move. So up to that trade, guys, here's an update look at the lines. First line hasn't changed. Second line is now Raymond, Matthews, Bedard. Still getting +3. Also Bedard I actually made a left winger. Third line here we have Paulson, Lang, and Velarde. So Lang actually moved to centers. He's got really good face-off there, 86. Paulson only 77, so it made more sense for him to be a winger. Thomas there playing with Kopitar and Martikanen on the fourth line. I think it's not too bad. Defense here looks a lot more solid now. Obviously, top pair is the same. Now we just have Will Butcher playing with Clegg on the bottom pair, which I think just gives us a lot more depth. And then looking at the special teams here, the first unit's stacked. If Raymond grows at all, it'll be all 90+. Even the second unit I think is really solid. Both getting +1. 4-man power play there looks good. Penalty kill +5. Turcotte, Lang, Lambos, Chychrun, that's nuts. 3-man penalty kill as well I think looks really good. So honestly, his team should be solid. And next I'll show you guys the offense, defense, and goaltending ratings for this year. So 98 offense, I think last year was 99. 96 defense, though, I think is a lot higher. And then 86 goaltending. So Bishop's rating for the backup must be bringing it down a lot. But still, I think, we should have a very solid year. It looks like Charlie McAvoy on the Vegas Golden Knights now. So we can start with the sim here, maybe win another President's Trophy, but more importantly, hopefully can finally take home our first Stanley Cup. So we just had our first trade, guys, and it looks like a decent one. Chicago gets Nick Mattea and a 3rd round pick in exchange for Gabe Carlson. Both pretty similar ratings, so I feel like that was a decent trade. And as you can see here, we're actually just over 500. 2 back-to-back losses doesn't help. 15, 13, and 4. Another OT loss there. Actually just out of the playoff spot. So not sure what's going on with this team. I feel like we should be doing a lot better than we are, but still a lot of time left. Hopefully they can find a way to figure it out. And we actually just won 5 straight, so there we go. This game can be so weird at times, guys. As I was saying how we needed to figure it out, our team then goes on to win 8 straight games from the Islanders to the Hurricanes. We still haven't lost either, so I'm going to keep simming here, I guess, until we do lose one. Nemestikov in a 3rd, Hamilton a 3rd and a 4th. Nemestikov's got 2 years left at 1.6. He'd have to be like a low 80, though, for me to kind of entertain this. If he's a 79, 80. 81? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That would help out our 4th line. 3rd round pick. What's Hamilton? 23.78. Not very fast. 3rd and 4th. I kind of like this trade. Call him up. Help us out on the 4th line of the NHL team. Alright, we'll do this actually. I'm going to send on Martikanen, even though he's slightly higher rated than Kopitar. He doesn't have to go through waivers, and he's playing 4th line right now. I think he actually might grow more in the AHL anyway. And actually, guys, I had to club Martikanen back up as we're getting a -1 on the 4th line with Kopitar. And it kind of worked out better as Thomas is able to go back to his natural center position. So I think the 4th line there looks good. In terms of the AHL, actually, with the new lineup, we get +3 on the 2nd and 3rd line too. So basically, only change is Kopitar is now scratched in the NHL. Could send him down to the AHL, but risk losing him, and I want to try and get him one more Stanley Cup here. So hopefully that works out, and we'll see if we actually there we go, 2 more wins. That's a 10-win streak. Ottawa make it 11. Are you kidding me? So this team, they heard me kind of saying how they weren't performing well enough. We saw that small trade happen. Maybe a bit of motivation. Matthew Joseph, a third and a fourth for a first. I'm holding on to my 3 first-round picks this year. Hopefully can make something happen. That's 12 straight wins. Are we? This is insane. Hartman going to say no to that. 13 straight wins. Well, what is happening? Here we go, Coyotes game coming up. That's it. That's our first loss. Still, though, 13 straight wins. Honka there going to the Islanders. We get a win right back against the Leafs. So, yeah, we're second in the division now. Definitely turned it around. We weren't looking too good. Like, we were barely over 500. Then just went on an insane streak. Matthew's playing really well right now. 61 points, 48 games. So, hopefully these guys can keep it up now. I'm just going to shoot off here, guys, from the Canadians. Brooke, who's got medium top 4 potential, and Ryan Poehling for a first and a fourth. Now, Poehling's only got top 9 potential now, so he must have grown too well for them. This Brooke guy, though, could be decent. 26-81, not really. And then Poehling's an 80. Yeah, honestly, I'd just keep the first. And Dallas got a pretty good return for Hiroshi. 83 overall, and they got a first, a third, and a goalie prospect. I feel like that's not too bad at all. Tierney Alexiak go to Boston. Vakanainen, fourth, and Chason go to Arizona. And Zaitsev's going to Florida along with third and fourth. Comfort, Nygaard, and fourth to Toronto. Big trade just went down between Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Buffalo gets Brady Shane, a fourth-round pick. Pittsburgh gets Jeff Skinner and Yoki Harju. I feel like Skinner's probably still got, a year left on that big contract he signed. Montreal again trying to give us Brooke and Poehling. We're saying no. And Jake Virtanen on the move to Ottawa. Nashville gets a first-round pick back for him. Not too bad. But a week away from the deadline now. We're looking pretty good. 35-19-5. Obviously that huge 12-13 game win streak, I've already forgotten, was big for us. Wow. Evgeny Malkin, Jamie Benn, 2 superstars a bit past their prime, going to Boston. Pitt gets Tierney, Aston Reed's returning, 5th and a 6th. Interesting trade for sure. Michael Del Zotto on waivers, just going to decline that one. Max Jones, 3rd and a 4th for a first. I mean, if he's an 82, I would say he has to be at least an 82. He's an 81. I mean, a first-round pick for a fourth-line guy when we're rolling 3 lines, he's not going to play much. I don't think it's worth it. So, Borgstrom, Dahlstrom to Buffalo. Arizona gets Poirier in a 4th. All right, so we got 1 day left. 36-20-6. Currently a wild card spot in the West. I mean, it's a good thing we did have that big win streak back in December because it wasn't for that. We honestly might be out of a playoff spot. So, hopefully here, we can at least get in. And honestly, it might be good for us to not be the President's Trophy winner as it doesn't seem to really be helping us at all, so maybe it's better for a wildcard team, whatever. Somehow just gives us more luck in the sim. Oilers right behind us. I mean, we're only a win back of the Canucks for a divisional spot. Could play the Sharks in a nice rivalry game, get some revenge on them. So, Matthews is 76 points, 62 games. I'll see what's out there, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the team looks right now. Alright guys, so saying how I might not even make a trade at the deadline. Instead, I'm going for a blockbuster here. For some reason, Colorado has Cale Makar on the block. 1 year left at $9 million. So they must just think they're not going to be able to re-sign him, or maybe they just want to see what they can get. Obviously, absolute stud defenseman, offensive defenseman. What's he got? 59 points there as a D-man. Just insane. Offering up Will Butcher, who we just got. Hasn't really done too much for us. I'm willing to flip him. Also, I'm adding Ultraler here, who's our medium elite potential defenseman. Still only 78 at 23, so he really hasn't grown much at all for us. If he gets us Cale Makar, I mean, it's amazing. Obviously, the plan would be to extend Makar, but even if we don't, I think just having him for the rest of the season in the playoffs would make this worth it. So, let's see what Colorado says. I think the value is pretty equal here. Trades accepted. That's awesome. So that's that trade, guys. Our defense is absolutely stacked. Look at this. Chicker and Makar on the top pair, both 90+. Then you have Byram, Ekman Larson, 87-88 to round out the top 4. Bottom pair obviously isn't too great, but the stacked top 4, I think we should be all right. All right, guys. Right to the season now with a 49-26-7 record. So unfortunately finished a 1 win shy there of 50. Don't think we won the President's Trophy, but still had a very solid year. Yeah, I finished 1 point behind the Sharks there for first in the West, which actually would have been the President's Trophy. Are you kidding me? So even after that rough start, a point back of the President's, not too bad. Matthews there, 96 points, 82 games. He was 1 goal shy of 50, so, maybe Matthews scores 1 more goal, we get 1 more win, and we get our 3rd straight President's Trophy. But honestly, I'm fine with the season we had. I thought it was very solid. Turcotte there also put up 90 points, Raymond 87, Savoy 85. So 4 guys with over a point per game I think is pretty awesome. Makar 73. I feel like we have to do everything in our power to keep him. Like, he's just such a sick defenseman. Look at his stats. Like, he's so fast, just unreal. Rossi 72 I think is really good. Bedard 63 in his rookie season. I mean, I think he's got a pretty good shot at the Calder. 40 goals there. Lang 56 at the third line, center ain't bad. Paulson 55 on the third line, getting it done. Chikrin, Velarde I think did pretty well too. Ekman Larson, Really, I think this team was solid throughout. Goaltending here, Askarov, 40-18-5, 4 shutouts. Save percentage could have been a bit higher, goals against a bit lower, but not too bad. Ben Bishop, I feel, pretty much did what we wanted from him for a backup. I'll take a look here and see just how the entire league did in terms of scoring. Matthews, I think, could be on the first page. Draisaitl, 103. Crosby, 102. Wow, so I guess Buffalo got the better end of that trade. Are you kidding me? 38 years old, 102 points. Must have been playing first line center for them. Probably put him with Jack Eichel. Last year at over point per game with us. Total there was 96 points, but still, yeah, Buffalo, they fleeced us. They gave us, a top 4 defenseman, and we actually had to pay them a bit more. McDavid, 101. Yamamoto, 101. Wow, so that top Edmonton line is just insane. I actually almost traded Crosby to Edmonton, trying to get Clefbaum back, so that would have just been stupid for Edmonton. Sagan, Eichel there, yeah, I was playing with Crosby for sure. Kaprizov. Then you have Matthews and Peterson. Let's also check defensemen here, and Erik Karlsson, top scoring defenseman, 82 points, 82 games, so a point per game at 35 years old. Makar, though, was second. Quick look here at the AHL team. Korolev, 51, Foudy, 48. Really no AHL stars. Our best guy was that defenseman who we traded. Wolf here, stats are okay. I'm honestly not even sure if our AHL team is in the playoffs, so I'll check that quick. Then we'll check the NHL standings. So right now they're out of it, but I think they could be a wildcard team. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So we know we finished second there, not only in the division, but also in the NHL. Pretty crazy, honestly. Like, we didn't have such a shaky start. We won the President's Trophy. Take a look here and see. Wow, Pittsburgh squeaks in at 17. Last in the entire NHL. Who's it going to be? The New Jersey Devils. Tied with Boston there, 67 points each. So, see who gets the first overall pick. In the first round of the playoffs, guys, I'm going to see Calgary Flames. Valentanko, Monahan, Gaudreau is their first line. Valentanko here, second overall pick in 2023. Looks pretty nasty. Kachuk playing with Gambrel and Landeskog. Pelletier, Dubé, Kostitsyn, Goldobin, Forster, Rubtsov. Forster was a first round pick, so he did not develop at all. Pretty good shot, but pretty much it. Defensively, Hanifin, Valimaki. I was saying I was thinking about trading Crosby for Theodore, so that'd been pretty bad too. Faced him first round. Goaltending wise, 283s and one of our former goalies. Probably going to start Yorkie just because he's going to go God mode on us, I bet. But definitely like our chances. I think, our team's better throughout. So, didn't matter last year against the Sharks. Hopefully it does matter this year against the Flames. First 2 games at home in LA. Come on, please. Make up for last season. 5-2 win, let's go. And a 2-1 loss. Are you kidding me? Got to answer back here in these next 2 games in Calgary. 5-3 win, keep it up. 2-1 loss. Wow. Basically, the first 2 games were identical to the next 2. Game 5. Back home, 4-2 win. So, come on. We have a chance to eliminate the Flames here. Game 6, 4-3 loss. Don't do this to me again. Don't do this to me again. We'll sim period by period. Come on, boys. Let's get this done. First period. Up 2-1. Lang, Makar, Monahan for them. Lang, Raymond. So, Lang's having a big game. Clapperton broadcasting. And Martikkanen. I was hoping maybe Lang get the hat trick. But still, 5-2 when we pulled it out. Don't know why I had to go 7 games, but on to round 2. In the second round here, guys, we're up against the Canucks. They got Miller, Peterson, and Besser there still in the first line. But Colson, Horvat, and Lind. Then they've got Kemp A playing on the third line with Fax and Fogle. Cassian back in the Canucks. Charche, Greenway. Not too bad a team. Quinn Hughes leading that D. He's actually 1 higher rated than Makar now. Levy up to an 85, so we actually grew for them. Rest of the D is just kind of average. Demko's a starter, 85. So, pretty good team too. But again, I like ours a lot better. Like, we have so many 90s, which are, elite, all-star players. I think the Canucks had 1 in Quinn Hughes. We have multiple, 2 defensemen, 4 forwards. We're just a better team. So we'll see what happens here. First 2 games again, at home in LA. Get a win, get a loss, so looking to be pretty similar. Close games, though, 3-1 win, 3-2 loss. Next 2 games here, 4-3 OT win, 3 exact same thing. Won game 1 and 3, lost game 2 and 4. Game 5 back in LA. 7-5 win. That's a statement win. Going to Vancouver. Come on. There we go. 3-0. Conference final up against the Chicago Blackhawks. Forgot to mention too, guys. Did not look like our AHL team made the playoffs. But again, I mentioned didn't really have many All-Stars on it. Wasn't expecting them to. Matthews, 17 points through 13 games right now. Playing really well. All that stands between us and the Stanley Cup final is Chicago Blackhawks. I'm curious what that team's looking like. They probably still have Taze and Kane. They still have Kane, but no Taze. Tatar. Sammy Blyce up to an 89. Are you kidding me? DeBrincat there, Sillinger, Nylander, Docs 86 on the third line. I know he went to elite potential. Connor Zary, Mikhaev, Dano, Strome 87 fourth line. See, that's when a team cares way too much about chemistry. Like, I guess they do have really good standard depth, but find a way to get him in the top 9. Mikhailov there on the 4th line. Defense, Bachvist 91, second pair. Other than him, the defense isn't too impressive. Goaltending, Vavalainen 82, Raquel 72. Alright, so if we can just put up some goals on Vavalainen and run him out of the net, they have a 72 backup coming in, at which point it gets even worse for them. So we're the better team. We're the better team by far. So here you go, guys. First period. Chicago gets the only goal. Tatar. Of course, it's Thomas Tatar. Zeri for them in the second. Ekman Larson for us. Third period there. Ekman Larson again. Patty Kane, though, gets the game winner. All right. So close game there, unfortunately. Dropped 3-2. I feel like that's okay. I mean, we won the first game, the last 2 series. Would have liked to win the first game, but I think we can bounce back here. I noticed, too, the Sharks are out of the playoffs now. So we have home ice advantage again. And of course, we'll have in the Stanley Cup final if we make it there. So first period, down 2-1. Bliss gets 2. Bedard gets 1. Come on. And they get another there from Kirby Dach. We get 1 in from Matthews in the third, but unfortunately just 1-2 short. So I think that's back-to-back 3-2 losses, game 1, game 2. Not good, especially both those games at home. I mean, I guess the positive would be close 1-goal games, but like our team's so much better. I mean, we gotta play better than we are. Let's go. Boys are pumped up, going to Chicago. Matthews, Byron, Bedard, Velarde, 4-1 lead. Martikanen, and 7-2, Paulson, Bedard. So team just came alive game 3. I mean, if we didn't win that one, going down 3-0 Chicago, 4th game in Chicago, that would have probably been GG. So hopefully we can keep this up here. If we win another game in Chicago, tie this thing up 2 apiece. Come on, first period. There we go, 3-1. Second period, no scores. We'll take it. And boys are alive, 5-2 win. So lost the first 2 just barely, both 1-goal games. The next 2 games feel like quite dominant victories. Now game 5, heading home. Didn't win either game at home before, but I feel good right now. Our team's got the momentum. Come on, first period. DeBrincat, second period. Are you kidding me? Stroman came, we need a big third. Wow. After those 2 games, we get shut out at home. So much for home ice advantage. What is happening here? The boys just can't play in LA. I don't know if they're partying too much or what's going on, but we played our best hockey so far in Chicago, so hopefully that's the case here. Game number 6. First period, we get 1 from Turcotte. Second period, nothing. Come on, boys, shut it down. And there we go. Bedard with the third, the clincher. Okay, so game 7. We've been here before against the Calgary Flames. Unfortunately, I'd rather honestly be playing game 7 in Chicago with the way the series is going, but we got to get a win for our fans. I want to get awarded the trophy in front of the fans, move on to Stanley Cup final. Here we go. No scores in the first period. All right. Second period. Let's go, boys. 3-0. I thought it was 2-1. Rossi, Bedard, Turcotte just hold on here in the third. And there we go. 4-0 win. Game 7. That was a close one. On to the Stanley Cup final. And here you go, guys. How fitting is this? Up against the Ottawa Senators in the Stanley Cup final. I mean, I feel like Ottawa and LA are probably the 2 teams with the brightest futures right now in real life. Obviously going up against Lafreniere there, who we wanted. Same with Stutzla, playing on the first line with Kachuk, Burakovsky, White, Milano. I mean, they got a pretty solid lineup, like all throughout. Low 80s is the lowest they have, so I'd say they actually might have better depth. At least, actually, I don't know. I mean, their 4th line's better, but our top 9's better, so I think I'd rather have the better top 9. Defense, Brancham and Shabbat, they also have a sick top pair, but so do we. Behind it, I think our top 4 is better. Bottom pair is about equal. Goaltending, Holtby, Gustafsson, so better backup, not as good as starter. Obviously, Ottawa Senators there are a good team, but still, I like our team better. I think, the guys are getting the most minutes. Ours are just better. Hopefully, we can finally have our first Stanley Cup here. So, Ottawa Senators, LA Kings. I could see this being a Stanley Cup final again 7 years' time, because like I said, they both have tons of prospects that still need to grow. First game, no scores in the first period. Then Austin Matthews leads us off, Stanley Cup final. Let's go. And are you kidding me? Kachuk, Lafreniere, Stutzla, that first line gets 3 in the third. I was feeling pretty good after the Matthews goal, but what are you going to do? Luckily, though, last series, we lost the first game, able to fight our way back. Hopefully, though, we don't have to go down 2-0, because that would really suck. So, game 2 here. Bedard, come on. Rookie sensation. Nothing the second. Hold on in the third. Paulson, Savoy. I was going to say, if we blow it again in the third, you're looking like Columbus Blue Jackets last night. So, tie the series up there, 1 apiece. A big shutout as well from Askarov. Now, third game here, going to Ottawa. First period, no scores again. Second period, up 2 goals. I saw 2. I think they're out-shooting us like 17-5 there after the first, but we answered big time the second. And hold on to the third. Chychrun there gets an empty netter. Branstrom gets one for them, but not enough. So after that first loss, boys are looking good. 2-1 series lead. If we can win again in Ottawa, 3-1 series lead, I'd be feeling very, very good. Our team, again, just seems to play better on the road anyways. See what we can do here. First period, up 2-1. Nemesnikov, fourth line, getting it done. Bedard again. So Bedard's looking good. Turcotte, Matthews, Branstrom for them. Hold on, boys. And Savoy on Holtby, 5-2. 1 win away from Stanley Cup champions. We got 3 games here. We just have to win one of the next 3. We can do it at home game 5. We can do it at home game 7. Can even do it on the road in game 6. I don't care. I just want to be Stanley Cup champions. Come on. First period, 2-0 lead. Bedard, Velarde. Second period, 3-0 now. Resume simulation here. Speed it up 8 times. We're on a power play. Chance to make it 4-0. Lucas Raymond does. 4-1. Logan Brown answers back like a minute later. They're on the power play now. We got to kill it off. About to be the 10-minute mark here. We're still leading in shots. Got a 3-goal lead, which is pretty good. But last night we saw anything can happen. 5 minutes to go. Time's running down. Come on. Let's go. 5 seconds left. Look at our stats, too. I didn't realize we have 99 defense now. Yeah. Dude, we deserve to be Stanley Cup champions. So here we go, guys. I thought there was 5 seconds left. Apparently 14 seconds left. But whatever. We're up by 4 goals. Cale McCarthy in the LA Kings jersey. Connor Bedard. I mean, this team just has so much young talent. Like I was saying, I think Matthews at 27 is one of the oldest players on the team, which is kind of insane. Rips one on Holtby, and there we go. Finally, LA Kings Stanley Cup champions. You got Rossi going over the boards. Like, Kill Thomas is on our 4th line. Our team is just so stacked. I think we could run it back and do it again next year. I know there's a few guys that need a new contract, but if we can work some, salary cap magic here, can get it done. But Bedard still has 2 years left on his entry-level deal. A lot of guys are locked up as well. I mean, I want to try and win back-to-back. And you know what, guys? I just remembered we have 3 first-round picks in this year's draft. I feel like that's got to be the first time a Stanley Cup champion has 3 first-round picks in the draft. There's no way that's ever happened before. Next up, Austin Matthews, Conn Smythe winner. I mean, that makes sense. Every time I was checking it, he was the playoff scoring leader. He had 11 points in this series as well in 5 games, which is pretty impressive. Look at the stats he's rocking. You got to love it. And, of course, we win the Stanley Cup on home ice in LA, which makes it even better. Next up, Alex Turcotte. Longest, I think, member of this team. Guy we built this team around. Played pretty much everything for us. First line, second line, third line, any special team we needed. And there he goes, getting the Stanley Cup. Obviously, it's a shame we don't have a real face for him, but that kind of looks like Turcotte, actually, because he does have, like, the darker hair or whatever. I think the creative player looks more like Turcotte than that guy looks like Bettman. Finally, Stanley Cup champions. Gotta love it. And who's he going to pass the cup off to first? Is that Bowen Byram getting the cup first? Number 7? Jacob Chychrun gets it first. Okay, I gotta respect that. He's not one of the older players, although we really don't have any older players on our team. If Crosby's still there, you definitely think it would go to him. And next up there, you got to Kill Thomas with the cup. Okay, number 2. Usually, it's the 4th line guys that are one of the first to get it, but again, our 4th line's not too old. Actually thinking about it, Kopitar probably should have gotten the cup first, even though he's scratched. He could have thrown on the skates quick and just, gone out there to celebrate with the boys. And there you have Askarov holding the Stanley Cup. I wasn't sure if we could win it with him, but you definitely proved me wrong. And next year, you have the Stanley Cup pick, Velarde there in front. He's actually got a game face, pretty awesome. Ekman Larson there. I mean, again, stacked team. 21. Who's got the afro? We got to figure that one out. Actually, you know what? That might be Lucas Raymond, I think. He does have a bit of one when he grows it out. So, Stanley Cup champion. Skirov as well. First star in that game. Put up some nice numbers. Love this team. And look at this, guys. The Colorado Avalanche just fired their head coach. Kind of feel bad. They trade us McCarr. Wins the Stanley Cup with us. Now they're firing their head coach. Not looking good for them. And look at that. The Grand Rapids Griffins are actually the Calder Cup champions. Obviously, that's the Red Wings AHL team, so I love seeing that. And next, you guys taking a quick look at the playoff stats. Matthews had 31 points in 25 games. Definitely well-deserving of the Conn Smythe. Raymond there, Bedard just under a point per game. Same with Turcotte, too. I want to take a look at the Skarov's stats here. 16-9, .929 at 2.1. So he did so much better in the playoffs than the regular season. And the playoff tree here, Senators there beat the Montreal Canadiens in 5, Sabres in 5, Lightning in 5, then lost to us in 5. Never played more than 5 games in any series, which is kind of nuts. Taking a look at the awards next here. So there we have it. LA Kings Stanley Cup champions. My lucky number 7, so I should have known we'd win the cup in the 7th season. President's Trophy, unfortunately, went to the Sharks this year, but again, our team, I guess, was less pressure. Not being the President's Trophy winner, even though we were literally 1 point shy. Francis Campbell there, of course, goes to us. Prince of Wales Trophy, Ottawa Senators, 3rd straight year. I didn't realize that. So the Ottawa Senators have made the Stanley Cup final 3 straight years, and each time lost to the Western Conference team. Us this year, Sharks last year, Edmonton the year before that. I mean, you gotta feel for Ottawa fans. That's tough. Draisaitl there, Art Ross. He also gets the Hart. Carlson, James Norris. Crosby there gets the Lady Byng back-to-back years. Connor Bedard did get the Calder. Love seeing that. Austin Matthews, Conn Smythe. David Riddick, Vezina. That's kind of surprising. Vavalainen, William Jennings. I was, ripping on him, I think, Chicago, but look at that. McIsaac, Bill Masterton back-to-back years. Calgary Flames coach Jack Adams. I thought they had a pretty decent roster, probably just because of goalie rating. Peterson there gets the Selke. You wouldn't have expected that. Draisaitl, Ted Lindsay. And then Valentanko on the Flames, actually. Maurice Richard, I totally forgot to check who led the league in goals. So AHL Griffins, of course, won the Calder Cup. We're not going to be getting any of the team awards. Individual awards, Westgarth there on the Tucson Roadrunners, most points. He also had MVP. Dwyer, most goals. Valentanko, outstanding rookie. TVR, best D-man. A lot of the guys at this point are just made up. Rochette on the Griffins, MVP, so that's a good sign for them. Not really a lot of names that I recognize, not going to lie. So we'll get to the draft now. I think retired players are coming up in like a few days. Probably going to be, some big names retiring again. Once you get past like that 5-year mark, Florida there, first overall pick via the Coyotes. That's going to hurt. Going from 3rd to 1st. Islanders 2nd, Boston 3rd. So where are we picking? Do we even have a pick? No, so all 3 of our picks are not in the top 15, but still, we have 3 picks. You can't complain. Also, guys, taking a quick look at the draft class here. Top 4 players are just medium elite, so still really no, generational player or anything. Wow, 51, low franchise, scout recommendation. He's probably just medium elite, but that's very interesting. No other kind of guaranteed medium elites we know of later in the draft, unfortunately. And taking a look at the gems here, we got 4 gems, 200. The guy's going to go top 5, probably not going to get him. 200, 250 guaranteed low elite, and then guaranteed medium top 6 in the second round. So luckily we have 3 firsts. We can definitely get that 37 guy. I don't know about the top 5 though. And look at that, Steven Stamkos hanging up the skates, played his entire career with the Tampa Bay Lightning, averaged over a point per game. That's awesome. Kopitar as well retires. I'm glad too he scratched. Opposed to signing him to the AHL, that way he retires as an LA King opposed to an Ontario Reign or whatever. And like I was mentioning, I feel like he would have definitely gotten the Stanley Cup first in real life. Tays there on the Griffins. Voracek, Jamie Benn, we saw him part of that one trade. Blake Wheeler, free agent, down to 74. Paul Stastny, Jordan Eberle, Alex Pietrangelo, obviously he was the big free agent signing at the start of this. Josh Bailey, Matt Zuccarello, Wayne Simmons. Tons of guys that right now are still, right in the prime, late 20s or whatever. Sam Gagner, Craig Smith. Nyquist as well as a free agent, down to a 72, jeez. We'll take a look at the goalies here. Semyon Varlamov, Jake Allen, Aaron Dell. Okay, so really nothing too crazy for goalies, but Stamkos, Kopitar, Jonathan Toews. It's the 3 big names. And look at this, guys. Our 3 first-round picks are 24, 30, and 31. So, of course, our picks couldn't have been higher. But I see Islanders have number 2 on the block. Maybe we can make something happen. And look at this, guys. Also trying to make a trade. I see Bedard now has franchise potential. 88 overall already at 21 years old. Coming off a Calder season. I mean, that's just amazing. 2 years left, 2 on his entry-level deal. Like, so good for us. Raymond's now a 91. Matthews up to a 93. Our team is so stacked. And this is kind of dumb, guys. I'm trying to make a trade with the Islanders. 2 picks for a pick. And it won't even let me, as it says, it'll be over the maximum salary cap. Even though it's the off-season. Like, so annoying when this happens. So, I mean, I'm not sure if it's just the Islanders it's going to happen with. But if that's the case, it looks like we're just going to be, making our picks where they are. Alright, guys. So next year, I'm actually trying to make a huge trade with the Red Wings for 5th overall. Offering up Ekman Larson. Making $8.2 million here for 1 more year. He's 34 years old. I want Chychrun and Makar to be the top pair as they're both higher rated and younger. Save some salary as well for some other guys. And we get the 5th overall pick. So we get that gem our scouts found. Also trying to get a 2nd here. Let's see what the Red Wings say. Trades rejected. Honestly, I would do it just for the 5th. At that point, the values win. Ekman Larson's side. Trades rejected. Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess I can see their points. 2nd rounder with Ekman Larson for 5th overall. We'll give them Ekman Larson here to move up 25 spots. See what the Red Wings say. Trades accepted. Okay, I was going to say, I think that's a pretty good trade. Again, as long as we're able to keep both Chychrun and Makar, I'm pretty happy with that. First overall, there was 84 medium elite, so pretty solid. 82 medium elite's not too bad. Then you got 2 80s. Hopefully, the gem here is over an 80 for our scouts. Think he's better. Center from the Erie Otters. Marchment. 81 medium elite. Okay, so he would have went 3rd overall. I feel like that's a pretty good pick for us. Pick number 24. Let's see. So this defenseman, 50-50 medium elite. And then, of course, there's that gem who's supposed to go 37. We could take him with our next one. Guaranteed medium top 6. Now, there's also this guy here who's scout recommended. Could be low franchise. Zanata, medium elite. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try this Zanata guy. 3/4 chance to be medium elite. What's gonna happen with him? Medium top 6, but he's 70 overall to the draft. That's actually really good. After like the top 5 or all 80s, I think right there, St. Louis, pretty solid pick, 76, but for where we were picking, that's not bad at all. The Red Wings just took a 60 overall medium top 6 to the 30th pick. I feel like we're gonna get somebody a lot better here, 31. That guy there is 50-50 medium elite. So there's this low franchise guy who's supposed to go 51 something. I feel like I can trade up with our second rounder to get him. It's going to be like close. Right here though, just to be safe, I'm going to take this Wilford guy, guaranteed medium top 6. And I have to go back here to check what his rating is, what his potential is. 67 medium top 6. So yeah, not too bad at all. So next year guys, offering the Sabres our second round pick, which is 57th overall with a 6th to move up 5 spots to 52nd. Hopefully get that low franchise guy. And trades rejected. I figured the 6th probably wouldn't be enough. Let's do a 4th next year. There we go. I'm really hoping that that guy's still available. That's not him. Oh no, is he not available? Oh no, he is. Okay. So Reardon here. Central Scouts have him at 51. Our Scouts have him at 51. Central Scouts 54. So we're able to just get him. This is definitely like a who knows what wildcard pick, but if it works out, 62 low elite. I don't think that's too bad. Wow, look at that. Sharks just took Zadorov, 50 overall, medium elite potential, a pick before us in the 3rd round. Are you kidding me? What a pick for them. Okay, Bondra there, low top 4 defenseman guaranteed. I'll compare that to some of our gems here. So 200, 249, 248. Okay, we have some time to take all 3 of those. I feel like we might as well go with the guaranteed low top 4. Hopefully it's decent rated. 60 overall, not too bad. And our next pick here, guys, is the last pick in the 5th round. McNaughton there, 50-50 medium elite. I don't really trust it though. I'd rather just go with one of our gems. So 3 available, guaranteed low elite, completely unknown. I guess we will go with the guy who's supposed to go first. Sauer there, 51 overall low elite, not too bad at all for the end of the 5th. Riders there got this Devin goalie, medium elite potential. 1 pick after the Blue Jackets to the backup. That's gotta hurt. And so our next pick here, guys, the last one in the 6th round. I'm actually gonna try this Derek Molson guy, 50-50 medium elite. And they'll trade back into the 7th round. Actually get a couple 7th rounders to take those last 2 gems. Hopefully Molson is worth the pick there. And 60 overall medium bomb 6. He was not. The Devils actually have 3 7th round picks in this year's draft. I just need a couple of them. Offer them a 4th couple of years from now. Hopefully they think the value's there. Trades accepted. Okay, I mean, they're moving up a bunch of rounds, obviously, way in the future though. And allows us to get both of our gems, so I'm fine with that. As long as no other team steals them, I guess. Yeah, they're both still there, so we'll go with this Holzer guy, guaranteed low elite, 7th round, 49 overall. Quite low rated, but still not too bad of a pick. Hudon for a 7th, not really trying to take on any salary. I feel like, honestly, this is probably going to be one of the better 7th rounds I've ever had, getting back-to-back gems. The last guy was low elite. Jens here, also low elite. So yeah, if they turn out, could be sick. And look at that, guys. Considering the fact we just won the cup, that's a ton of picks, 3 in the 1st round. Very happy with that draft. And our head coach actually needs a new contract. His overall is now an A. I want to say it's gone up from a B because I don't think he was that expensive, but he just won the Stanley Cup. Obviously, have to re-sign this guy. Alright guys, so we're now at the re-sign phase here, and it's actually going to be really tough to bring everyone back. I thought we'd have more cap space than we do. Just under 36 million there. Savoy, top player on the team now with Matthews. Franchise potential, 93 overall. We have to bring him back. Wants 11 million. And then, of course, we have the top pairing D-man. Chikrin was making 12.5. I figured he'd give us a deal, and he is kind of at 11 million. McCarr was making 9. He wants a raise. He wants 12.6. He's actually a 92 now, just like Hughes. So a good thing we trade Ekman Larson, because you can't trade them during this phase. It made it really tough. Goaltending-wise, Askarov up to a low franchise. Bishop there, we're going to have to release. I mean, we're going to lose so much depth here, too, because we also have to re-sign Lang. Doesn't want an extension, so we'll qualify. Worst case, we get a ton of picks for him. Velarde doesn't want to sign, which basically means there's no way we can sign him, which sucks. But we've got a couple of Velarde, so even if we lose him for nothing, it's okay. He was always signing really team-friendly contracts with us anyways. Paulson here also doesn't want to resign, so we'll just have to qualify for now. Marchment, though, we'll obviously sign that guy. We're going to need him. I think he could jump right into like a 3rd-line role with us. Lambos is actually down his rating, too. So, I mean, first things first, we got to sign like the big 3, Savoy, Makar, and Chikrin. So Savoy here, 7 years. We actually get him a bit cheaper if we go down to 3 years. 4 years makes you jump to 700k. So we're going to try 3 years here at like 9.5. Honestly, any bit of money we can save helps, so that would save us a decent amount. Then, of course, these 2 defensemen. The good thing is they do want to sign with us. The bad thing is we might be paying them more here than we would in free agency. There's really no way to know. Makar gets a bit cheaper at 2 years, but barely. Might as well just give him the years he wants. 12, I mean, Makar is so good. Let's try 11.5. I think he could say yes to that, and then if not, obviously raise it from there. Chychrun, slightly lower rated. Let's try, we were paying him 12 before, so even 10.5, we're saving money. He might even say 10, because usually they say like 80% or whatever. They'll say yes, especially if they want to resign. So Makar we might have actually just overpaid. Chychrun here, I mean, there's no reason to, I guess, overpay off the start. We'll try 9.5 and then go up from there. Head coach here, I was going to sign your contract offer, but you don't have enough budget to sign me. See, I don't know what people were saying, but I have owner mode turned off, and they said how salary doesn't matter. Clearly it does. I'm not sure, what's going on with other people's sims there. Have to accept your contract renewal. These are just some scouts I had to resign. Not offered Makar the money he thought he was worth. I thought Makar got the most money. Chychrun says the same thing, and Savoy rejects basically due to the 3 years. Okay. Alright, so I offered Makar and Chychrun each an extra 500k. Savoy here will try 10 mil for 3 years. See if that gets it done. Makar is still holding out. Same with Chychrun. There we go. Savoy, at least we got locked up. Alright guys, so to make sure we get our NHL head coach signed, I'm actually going to fire our AHL head coach here. 600k. I can probably get somebody a lot cheaper. Even the assistant coach we could fire too. Bring in just new AHL coaches. They didn't do too good. So the head coach here we can actually afford now. But after we get him, not going to have a lot of money left. Alright, so there we go. Makar accepted our offer. Ended up having to give him 12 million. Chychrun had to give 10.5 million. So they each gave us like 500k off. We still have $6 million in cap space there, but we were going to have to stretch that $6 million. Also really had to hope that some of our younger players grow that are on cheap deals. Like I was saying, Velarde, I feel like there's no way we can bring him back. 5.2 million. Yeah, we just need the 6 million for so many other players. Nemestikov, though, I'm not fine with. Marchman, I'll just wait to sign. No reason to do it now. Thomas, hopefully he's really cheap. 925k, that's perfect. Artikinin, Korolev, maybe he can make the jump. It's actually really cheap, 975k. And there we go, the head coach is back with us as well. Clegg wants to come back, hopefully it's cheap. 1.9 for 2 years. I don't even think I can afford that. What's Lambos want? 2.4 for 3. Honestly, I'm probably just going to qualify him for now. 278s. I think we just have to hope one of them makes the jump. Maybe trade, for some cheaper guys, but we just do not have a lot of money here. Also, guys, in regards to our goaltending, I'm thinking Nichushkin will be the AHL starter this year. He's only 3 overall behind Wolf. 24 years old. Really need to get him growing if he's going to turn into at least a backup. And also doing this too would let Leg be the backup. Both elite, gain play time. If they play well, obviously they can grow a ton. Also going to try and get Goalie locked up here for the next 3 years. 24 years old, 78 overall, medium top 4. He grows to an 80. That's a great contract. And there we go. Goalie did accept that offer, which is good because I actually hadn't qualified him. So we would have lost him for nothing otherwise. I didn't realize it was the last day, but luckily that worked out. So we have 6 million cap space here. Again, we have 2 qualifying offers on guys that are going to be making 5 million each. We'll have to figure some weird things out. Free agency though, Bachfist, free agent. He's an RFA still. JT Miller, Sidney Crosby, 90 overall. I mean, he just had a great year, but I don't know. How long can he keep it up for? Who knows? Maybe forever. Claude Giroux is also there. Nick Schmaltz, Tarasenko, Kapanen up to an 86. Hiroshi's an 85. He's actually a lot higher than I thought. Lang, yeah, he wants 7.3. Blitzfield, JVR, Clefbaum, Varana. Luke Hughes is a free agent. 5.8 million. RFA, 87 overall, low franchise. We could bring him home. Paulson here's another one of our players. Only wants 4.4, which is actually pretty reasonable for an 85 overall. But again, we have like no money. So this is going to be tough. And looking at goalies next year, guys, really no crazy goalies available. Murray Markstrom the highest at 85s. We do need a backup, but probably going to wait, try and get somebody cheaper. And honestly, guys, I feel like we have to go for Luke Hughes here. So he wants 5.8 for 4 years. Doesn't really change at all for 1 year. So 4 years, it's off from 5.5. Bring him back after we trade him for Larkin, who left us in free agency. We don't have the picks for that. Are you kidding me? I thought we still had our first rounder. 5.1, we actually only have to give up a second round pick, so might as well try this. Probably says no, but give it a shot. I love seeing this too. JVR, 77 overall, wants 6.7. I'm sure last year he had a decent season, but still, that just makes no sense to pay him that. Looking at 2A goalies here, this Lindbaum guy's available. 25.78 medium starter. He could even be like our NHL backup, so I'm going to offer him, I guess, the max deal on a 2A, 950k 1 year. I'm almost positive they'll match, but if not, I feel like he's a free backup goalie. Also want to take a look. Altschaller. We traded him to Colorado. Hasn't even signed a contract yet. I wouldn't mind trying to come in and steal him as well. 950k, free medium league defenseman. Again, I'm sure they're going to match. Like I mentioned, Korolev I accidentally released, so we'll try and bring him back. Guy here, 1957, low top 6, isn't too bad. We can get him for free. So this Tapeless guy accepted our offer. I think he was the low top 6. Still waiting to hear back from Luke Hughes. Lindbaum rejected, went to the Rangers, that's fine. Korolev came back, so that's good. All-Star went through Avs again. They were guys basically that had to be like a max contracts, and the team had to really mess up for us not to get them. Still waiting to hear back from Luke Hughes though. Wow, simply not offered on the money. Kind of figured that was going to happen, but you never know. I'm looking through free agency some more. This Cross guy's available. 85 overall, medium elite. Only wants 3.3 for 1 year. He's on the Blue Jackets. 22 goals, 11 assists. His shot's insane. Like, that's basically Ovechkin's shot. Decent hands, decent speed. I mean, I don't know why they have him as a power forward. Make him a sniper. He'll just go off. Only give him 10 minutes of ice time, so I'm going to try and steal this guy. If we get him, we're definitely losing one of our current RFAs, so that's fine. Offer, I mean, what would they kind of want here? 85 overall. We'll try 3 years here at 3.75 million, which is an absolute steal. Probably says no, but if he says yes, they can't match. It's a great contract. And Montreal here just traded Mete and a 5th to the New York Rangers for a 2nd and a 3rd. Still waiting to hear back from this Cross guy. Lambos, wow, was just offered $3 million for 3 years by the Sabres. All we get back is a 2nd round pick. Oh, that's so tough because he's 81 overall, but he's got elite potential. So at that point, I mean, I was going to pay him probably like 1.5. So we're paying an extra $1.5 million to keep an elite potential player and not lose him for nothing. I think honestly we just match the offer, then trade him immediately. Probably honestly what makes the most sense. And Lang was just offer sheeted 8.3 by the Capitals, which will give us a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'll put remind me in 6 days. I mean, I think we got him for like a 2nd anyways. Lambo's there, yeah, excited to join the team. Haven't heard back from Cross yet. And accept your offer as presented. Okay, so that's awesome. And of course Columbus matched our offer to Cross. I feel like I just got them a great contract for him because 3 years at that price, way better than 1. Janmark there for Nemestikov. Tucker going to say no. We need some depth because we're losing a lot of it. Beauvillier and a 3rd for Nemestikov. Beauvillier's only making 775k. What's his rating? Are you kidding me? Beauvillier's 29 years old, 82 overall, making 775k. That's a great contract. Nemestikov 1 overall lower. We save $1 million. And then Tucker here, 66. Yeah, that's a great offer from Chicago. Now, unfortunately, we lost Lang here to Washington. We get a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd rounder, but again, we gave up a 2nd to get him, so I feel like we're still netting a 1st and 3rd round pick. And next year, guys, want to get Paulson locked up. Obviously, lost Lang. Don't want to lose him too. He wants 4 years, 4.3. 3 years, though, he goes down to 4. Plus, he would still be an RFA at the end of it. And we only need him for 3 more years, so I'm thinking 3.75, 3 years. He says yes. And there we go. Paulson did accept his offer, so we're pretty much done in terms of spending. All we need now is a backup goalie. We have 1.8 million. Still got some veterans there available. We still probably need defensemen. Tyler Myers, 81 overall. That's probably not too bad. Honestly, I'd rather wait though, just because we don't have a lot of money. Now I see Joseph Wool's available. He was actually our AHL starter for a couple years, if you remember. 20 years old, 80 overall. So he's not too old. He's going to stay 80. Could even get up a bit in rating. Behind Ascaro, I feel like he's a fine backup. Wants 1.2 million there for 2 years. We need him for 3. You guys do up a bit in money there at 3. So let's just do 1 for 1. See what he says. Also, guys, I noticed we'll need at least a couple HL defensemen just because we lost so many. Kuda, 22, 70 overall, low top 6. I feel like to get him for free, that's not too bad. Let me see. What's the highest rated guy? Okay, so we actually might need a couple of these 78s. I mean, we have guys that can grow. Bodwin, 26, 78. Throw on the bottom pair. He's got decent offensive stats, especially at like minimum league deal. That's not too bad. And I'm also gonna sign this Ginning guy. Not the greatest, but honestly, I'm thinking more so he'll just be AHL top pair again. I want the AHL to have some decent defensemen in front of our younger goalies because they have the league potential. If they do well, they get better. This Gross guy as well, just league minimum. Terrible hands there. He's got decent defensive stats, powerful shot. So there we go. Bowden accepted his offer. He honestly might make the NHL team. We'll accept as well. So we have our backup goalie. And then those AHL D-men also accepted. And Kuda there, who just had like decent potential. Brendan Gooley, 3rd round pick, 5th, and a low top 6. Let's see what his rating is. That actually might not be too bad for us. 79 overall. That makes our bottom pair. Could even play with his brother potentially on our bottom pair. You know, it's a 3rd, and then Hervik here, 1962, low top 6. Isn't great. It's another trade, honestly. I think it makes our team a lot better. Same with the Beauvillier trade. And Detroit just got Hintz and Aston Reese from the Pittsburgh Penguins for Taves and a second-round pick. I feel like that's a pretty good trade for them. And now we have the Leafs offering us Hobbs and a 7th-round pick for a second. Obviously, all these teams know our defensive depth is lacking. I feel like offensively we'll still be more than fine. Defensively, okay, Connor Hobbs, 2980, right-handed. He's an offensive defenseman, but his offensive stats aren't the best. $2 million there for 3 more years. I feel like hopefully some of our guys grow. If nobody grows, then we'll think about that trade. Columbus is offering us Kevin Hayes in a 5th for this Law guy in a 5th. If Hayes is like an 80, I might do it. He has an 80 right on, 34, 6'5". He would be a good 4th-line center for us. He's already 22, still on a 70. It's another trade I'm getting offered that I actually like. Okay, so we're getting depth here. And the good thing is we have just so many prospects from all these drafts that we haven't used yet. Able to actually just bring in some depth pieces for cheap. Bukestad for a second. I'm not going to do that. I feel like at this point our offense should be fine. We actually got another pretty decent offer here. Adam Lowry in a 3rd for Samuelson, a 3rd and a 6th. I'll take a look here. How good Samuelson? He's 22.69. That's not that great. Low top 6. Lowry, 2 years left at 1.5. Is an 80 as well. I feel like him and Hayes would be a pretty sick 4th line for us. Like, just some big bodies out there. I'm going to say yes to that too. I feel like we're just getting some nice defensive depth here. Actually getting some real 2-way players in the bottom 6. Usually it's just kind of scorers all the way down to the 4th line, then just whoever. So after all those changes over the offseason, guys, here's an update look at the roster. Team stats there is still champion. Honestly, I really do think we have a good chance to go back-to-back here. So first line, you got Rossi playing with Matthews and Savoy, the 2 highest rated guys on the team, both 93s. Then you got Raymond playing with Turcotte and Bedard, getting a +3, which is huge. Beauvillier playing with Marchment and Pulsing getting a +1. Marchment, of course, we just drafted 5th overall. And then 4th line there is really solid too. Martikkanen, Lowry, and Hayes. Obviously, Hayes 6'5", Lowry 6'5", and even Martikkanen there 6'2". Like, that is a tough 4th line to go up against. Defensively there, all +1s. Chikrin, Makar, Lambos, Byram, and Gouli. And Gouli, I decided to go with the brothers as Brendan Gouli is the 5th highest rated defenseman at 79. And then Caden Goulie's tied for 6th, but he's the youngest there for 78 overalls on our team at 24. So hopefully the 2 brothers can do good on the 3rd pair. We're not really asking much from them. They're not playing any special teams. Lambo's still an 81, 23 years old. He's got to grow after we paid him. Goaltending-wise, Scarrow there, still an 88. We'll back him up there at 80. Click here as well to special teams. I want to show you guys that first unit there, getting a +3. I think Bedard's getting a +3 on his line and on the power play. So he's now franchise potential. I'm thinking sky's the limit for him. He should just go absolutely off for us. AHL team here as well. Doesn't look too bad. The forwards have gotten a little bit worse. You can see some low 70s there. I noticed too, Foodie just hasn't grown. 24.72. That's rough. Same with Cooley there. Same thing. But 2 lines getting a +3. Defensively, Burnfoot and Mason getting +3. Goaltending wise, you got the 2 elites there. Nutrishkin 75. And then a leg there, 66. So honestly, I'm liking how both teams are looking. Like, I feel like we've made pretty good squads here. Even the Stanley Cup team obviously lost a bit of depth, but really not too much. Captaincy wise, I think we lost Ekman Larson, so I gave the second A to Matthews. And I'll take a final look here at our offense, defense, goaltending ratings. 97 offense, 97 defense, 86 goaltending. So I feel like we got a pretty solid squad here, guys. Like I was saying, I'd love to win back-to-back Stanley Cups here. Stay tuned for the next episode to see if that happens. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. In other words, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.